Well, you know it's going to be an inspirational video tonight because, well, I was in high school and I was a 16-minute 5K runner, right? I think back then I thought it was kind of like impossible to run a sub 14, right? So yeah, you see where this video is going, but yes, first time in history, in the year 2016, March 25th, I forget what time, what date it is, who cares, you know? I broke the 14-minute barrier. And I only eat fruit, right? So, but I thought it was kind of like impossible. It was like, there's no way, you know? I thought I'd be like, if I kept running crazy, I thought I'd be like 30 years old by the time I hit that mark. But, no. We did it. Well, let me tell you how I felt before that race. My legs felt like jello. Probably because I over-tapered a little bit, and for me that's like 100 miles in a week. But they were moving. That race, I've never been in such a competitive race before ever in my life. I got pushed around, beat, jabbed in the hip at least 5 or 6 times, especially that first mile. And I'm like, one of the elite guys was like, move, go, go. I'm like, I can't go any faster. At the first 2 laps out of was 12 and a half laps of 5K, I was dying and I wanted to drop out. And I looked at what I ran here last year, and I had a bad race last year. I said to myself, I don't want to have a bad race again. And you know, I looked at it, I was like, we're still in sub 14, we're still 13:50 pace, and I carried through. Got to halfway, I was like, all right, just one more lap. Took it 1 lap at a time. I got to the last mile, and I looked, we're on the last mile. Went through like 8:55. I'm slowing up. The second mile was slower. The first mile was like 4:24, which so happens to be like a second off my mile PR, or that is my mile PR. So yeah, I was dying. 800, first 800, I wanted to quit. But I just kept running because I made this whole trip out here not to quit, but to break 14 and to do the impossible. And yeah, I might have burnt that at the end. I was on like in 13:50 pace, but had a slower middle mile and an okay last mile. Like last 400 was like 64 as opposed to 60, which should have been 31 seconds or so the last 200. So kind of burnt out. Didn't close in good, but I just hung in there. And sometimes that's what life is about. You just kind of hang in until you chop off time little by little. And yeah, I might have made a nice 3-4 second PR or so from indoor to outdoor, but it was 2 months ago I set the 14:02. So just say I took off 3 seconds in 2 months, you know, 10 months from now, or by next year, that's another 20 seconds or so. And that's what it comes out to. So I think next year I'll be ready for the 13:45 or so, 13:40. So I'm going to set my goal for next year in the 5K to run 13:40 and just work my way up to the 13:30 mark. I think at the age I'm at right now, 23, in 7 more years, could I be running 13 flat for a 5K? I don't know. Let's find out. But I'm telling you, in this first mile, I felt like I wanted to quit. Honestly, no doubt in my mind, I wanted to quit. I just felt bad. We went out so hard, and I realized the pace I was going with 2 or 3 laps into the race, that I was maxed out completely. I cannot move my legs any faster, and I wanted to quit, but I said if I just stick in, I may break 14, and I'm so glad I stuck in because I freaking broke it. And for everybody out there, it's like if you're on a way to your PR, even if you're in the first 800 meters of the race or the first mile, you just got to stick in. Don't worry about closing fast, and I did not close fast at all. You just hang in there, because at the end of the day, that's how you get a job done. You freaking hang in there. And wow, I feel like I got into a lot of people's way, honestly. feel like those couple of professional runners right at the front were just kind of like mad at me. They were just like bashing me around. I'm like, ah. But we're stuck into the race, and that's it. For me, a race such as a 5K that stretches your VO2 max, could be held from anywhere from 12 to 14 minutes. When you're running a 14-minute 5K, I do believe you should be breathing pretty heavy that first 800 meters, right when you get up to VO2 max. And then you're dying. So it's just pain management. It's a nice school over here. So, and another thing, with running high mileage, I feel if you run so many miles, if you go out too hard in a race, just basically what I did in this, you always come back at the end a little bit. Yeah, I know I burnt out a little bit, but like I didn't fall apart. I just stuck in the race, feeling terrible. And that's what's great about running high mileage. Is your aerobic system is so strong. You know, you may not have the speed because it slows you down a bit, but I think the greatest thing I ever did was run 190 miles in a week, because it just trained me mentally, so mentally strong, and my mind is just like go, no matter what you're feeling. It's like if I feel shit like shit, and I'm on a 26 mile long run, 30 mile long run, and I say it gets 20 miles, I want to drop out of it. It's like, no, I'm finishing this 30 miles. Because if I drop out of this long run, it's like dropping out of a race. You know, if I drop out of a workout, it's like dropping out of a race. Then yeah, you're gonna have shit workouts and shit days, but I think the effort counts. Maybe you're feeling terrible in a workout, but if you're on pace for a good workout and you're hitting the splits, you keep going. And in the end, you never stop running. Because there are a lot of people out there ready to be inspired. Tomatoes, I mean, El Coyote Loco. I think I may run all night.